Welcome to part 3 of our tutorial series, Conducting Your Research.
The most important thing to keep in mind while doing research is to stay safe. You filled out all of those forms to show that you are going to be safe while doing research, and now is the time to prove it. Make sure you conduct all your experiments correctly with goggles and aprons and all of the correct lab equipment under supervision.
The next big piece of advice we have for you is to not be afraid to fail when you're doing your research. As you conduct your research, you might find that your hypothesis was totally wrong or your experiment designs just flat out don't work. If this happens, don't panic. You can always shift the focus of your study to something that you discover along the way, and you can always redesign your experiments, and a hypothesis proven wrong is just as valuable as a hypothesis proven correct.
The next thing to remember is that you must keep a lab notebook. You can print out the parameters for your lab notebook on NHSEE's website, which will tell you the specific parts you must have for each entry. The lab notebook should be neat and should show ample amount of data to support all the conclusions you make in your project.
The next thing we recommend is to keep some sort of log of the entire process of your research. While it's required that you keep detailed logs of the specific experiments, there's a lot of things that can slip through the cracks if you're just writing about the experiments. So we recommend using a binder divided into different sections to document the entire process. For example, we have a section here just on how we developed our many prototypes. And this would help us because when the judges came along and asked about, oh, well, how did you come to this design, we could just pull out this notebook, or binder, sorry, and tell them about our entire prototyping process.
You should really start conducting your research as soon as you get approved by the SRC. You must end your research a month before your fair, so sometime in February, so you want to ensure that you give yourself enough time to get all the research done that you wish for your project.
Once you've finished all this research, it's time to move on to presenting it to the judges, and that's what our next video will be about.